Okay, this is actually a sick map generation. I'm so excited for this one. One and all, welcome back to the $1,000 free-for-all grand finals. We are now getting ready for game number 3. As I'm going to update it in that top left corner. What an insane day number 1 we had as well. Beasty not in the lead. He's actually trailing. It's actually Core heading up the pack here, and Unicor nibbling at his heels just behind him when it comes to pointage overall. Remember, we've still got 4 games to play if you include this one. It's a total of 6 games for the grand finals. And I love the beautiful design of this map, man. This is going to have a lot of claustrophobic feel to it. In fact, you can already see that starting to develop between Core on the Mongols, Vuvovan on the Chinese, and Unicor on the Ayyubids. And I do not know how he does this, but somehow Vuvovan keeps getting Chinese. This is now 3 games in a row. I chuckled and joked that maybe he's just like toggling to it last second, but I bet he's not. Like, guys, just for rule context, this is full random. The maps are random. Your civ selection has to be random as well. Elsewhere on the map, in the green, we are going to have Opajoi on the English. Just to his south, very close by, is Baltun in the red on the Byzantines. Over to the east is going to be Popo, the Japanese player playing as the Juji. And then finally rounding us out, we have got Kyo, one of the Vietnamese on the French. And just down here is going to be the one and only Beasty Cutie. Very comfortable in this game. This is actually a great spawn for him. Beasty, far away from too much attention. He's surrounded by relics. He's playing as Order the Dragon, and he has no one behind him while having plenty of fish to play with. Yeah, guys, this is looking like a Beasty win type scenario. I think a lot of these players are going to cannibalize each other, and that's going to give an opening for Beasty to just kind of plow through. I'm kind of curious how Baltun can do, because, you know, on paper, a very talented player in team games of free-for-alls, but so far hasn't had a chance to shine here. And getting stuck on a pond with an adversary in the Juji isn't a good sign. Remember, the Byzantines suck at playing on water. So if you get stuck in a fight on the Navy side, it's something that could backfire. That being said, we have seen Byzantines a grand total properly of once on water so far in this free-for-all tournament. And that was a game where Core actually got disintegrated by them. So there's always hopes, there's always ways. We have got some problems here though, right? Unicor doesn't have good access to gold. It's really far out in the mid here, so that's going to be something he has to really stretch for. Not a desirable situation to find yourself in. Has plenty of food to work with. Nicely set up for the shoreline fishing with the fishing boats coming out. And you can always set up more docks and move down river to optimize this due to the 75 wood cost instead of 150 on docks for Ayyubids. Nearby, though, I mean, Vuvovan, the only downside I could see here is long-term. He's definitely going to need to make some early plays, like maybe Mass Chiganu, because if you play that classic boom game that we see a lot out of the Chinese, you don't realistically have much to work with. For example, gold, it's just 1.4k. And Imperial Academy can do a lot of work, granted, but it still has its limitations. I'm expecting Core to go for a Deerstone player here as well. Maybe he gets tempted to trade. We did see this from Beasty yesterday, and it looked like it started to pay off pretty reasonably. And you could get, I'd say, what, about half map trade there? The problem would be if you traded the center, realistically, Kyo should see you. Because Kyo is coming from an angle where he'll always intercept the neutral trade posts. Kyo himself could actually be tempted towards trade, by the way. Because a cool thing you could do here is you could actually set up a Chamber of Commerce here, build a dock back here, and then trade across to the center. You could even go for the safer option close to you where no one will contest. And how are you guys predicting so far? Wait, is everyone just taking pink as a vote? Come on. Spread it out, though. There's a lot up for game now. So Kyo's got a decent amount on him as well, but the vast majority of people are anticipating Beasty getting a win. I'm not surprised with this spawn. I wouldn't write out Popo. He's been roughed up 2 games in a row. He's got 0 points, but I've seen what this guy can do with a little bit of space, and Juji are definitely powerful to get into the later phase of the game. I also think Unicor has some freedom to kind of expand. He would have to, like, you know, transport ship across, but there's a lot of gold down here that realistically should never, ever get contested. So definitely some play there. The only negative for Unicor is playing Ayyubids. You usually want to be able to lean into relic grabs later on. But his position kind of sucks for that, right? You're going to have to run past Core. You're not that close to them anyway. Beasty, realistically, is more likely to grab the majority of relics than Unicor or anyone else in this game right now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're saying Beasty's the best player, but reminder, guys, he's 3rd in the group. I do agree he has the best spawn right now. I would not underrate a lot of the players in here. I've seen glorious performances out of pretty much everyone in this lobby. So yeah, definitely give them the credence, give them their dues. I'm curious, does Kyo maybe go for like a mass knight spam type build? It's a very popular strategy in these formats with the cavalry-based civs. The logic being is if you scale up to 30 or 40 knights, you just run around the map killing. In fact, Beasty done the exact same thing on a very similarly designed map in his group D last week. And it was super effective. He basically rushed up to him, got 40 knights together, and ran around sweeping the map one by one. And okay, this is sick. Baltin is going into Hippodrome. It sort of makes sense, right? Like, you don't want to be gathering too many berries. One, there's just none near that are safe to you. Two, you've got fishing, right? Hippodrome is really sick here for the same logic of the strategy we talked about the Knights doing with the French. You just want to spam a bunch of cav because that's an easy way to rush in and try to snipe out enemy kings. And you know what? You might have some glorious targets next to you. Auberjoy and Popo are now engaging with each other. In fact, Auberjoy needs this because there's no other gold nearby. Red has already locked one in here. He'd have to bypass that and go to the AK. Oh, man. So they block each other out. Difference being is Popo can, of course, tax his way up over time. It is going to be a slow tech, but his is more reasonable, more realistic, rather, than Auberjoy's. And Auberjoy, oh, dude, you got to be kidding me. He's 8 gold short of what he needs here. And this is one of those classic examples where I wonder if this type of mode would be better with a marketplace being available in the Dark Age for this very reason. You're kind of up Craps Creek without a padder, right? And Auberjoy doesn't really have anywhere else he can go right now. He can get plenty of food, but food isn't your problem. Not just that. Baltoon now aging up ahead of both of them allows him to start ramping into an army that can kill. Vivan also mirroring that tech up. He goes for the Barbican. So Unicom is second place in the groups right now. A logical target for Vuvavan to try and deny. However, I don't know if this was needed as much as maybe targeting out the gold. Unicom has bigger issues around gold, and that's sick. All right, that's the first. You're in a free-for-all lobby. You're in a grand finals of a $1,000 tournament. And you do this. He breaks his base up and sends the House of Wisdom to the south side far, far away. He's even now got a transport ship play. And I think what we're going to be seeing here is multi-TC coming out of the Ayyabids. He can even think about transporting the king if things get really rough. So I think what he's doing is keeping an eye out to see if Vuvavan wants to try and attack him on land. And if he does, he can just vacate the TC and go elsewhere. In the meantime, Core... Wait. Core moved his entire base, man. He's actually packed up and moved in the center with the Deerstone. This is a sick position. Remember, there's no one south side. I mean, I guess Unicom, the pub player, is now there. But overall, this is a lot of gold to work with, which is what you need to thrive as the Mongols. Also gives you a denier to any Sacred Side victory, puts you closer to the relics to try and race against Beasty. It's a ballsy move, by the way. Remember, Core is first place in this group right now after 2 games in the grand finals. It's putting a target on his back. And that's usually why when you see someone being leader of the pack like this, they don't go here. They go to the edge over here or over here. They try to stay as far away from other players as possible so they don't just get sent on by 3 different people. There's Beasty looking as well. I imagine we're going to have a tech upcoming soon. He chose to... Oh, wow. No, he went for a naval fight. Okay, that's going to slow him down a little bit. It's very difficult to dent into Kyo here when he's got his TC right next to the edge of the coast. But it looks like it's going pretty well so far. So, a pretty brute force approach. Something I wasn't expecting from Beasty, but it does starve out his direct threat, right? Like, Kyo is the biggest worry here as your neighbor. Nobody else is really near Beasty. Damn, there's rally points for Kyo. Not ideal right now. Demo ships also just not... Wait, what? I was about to say not finding their target, but by some weird miracle, they managed to strike there. Overall, a rough situation here, though, as Kyo does not have much food economy left on the water. 11 fishing boats, but most of them are idled out or garrisoned up. Meanwhile, Beasty, sitting at 10, completely unharassed. Well, just north of them, Baltoon. Oh, He's going to block Kyo's attempt to boom food on the northern shore here. It's crazy, actually, because I'm looking up and Popo, because he was stuck in Age 1 so long, he didn't really try to play water to contest. So right now, Baltoon is in a surprisingly good position, despite the fact that, to read out of chat, he's role-playing Constantinople now. Luckily for him, there's no Turkish people in this lobby. Unicor now making his way up. Is going to be a step read out on the way. So a lot of gold inflation here. And guys, this is crazy. This is why I thought Beasty was going to rush towards Castle. Core can now just try to snatch away relics. He could even go for a Ryuvu over on the south side here to double produce the monks. Actually, wait, no, you can't. So they recently accidentally introduced a bug that stops you from double pumping shamans now with the Mongols. But he's probably going to go like double temple here, right? If you just get your hands on a lot of relics quickly. Meanwhile, it's being a little bit annoying for Unicom, who I believe is rushing to Age 3. Yeah, most definitely. Unicom kind of having a hard time over here as well, as it looks like we are getting yellow ramping up into aggression. Villagers were shuffled to the south side, and more are on the way as Unicom tries to keep most of his economy alive. BC has done a good job of pushing in Kyo, but realistically, there's only so far you can go here due to the TC. Unicom. This is going to be the growth wing. Okay, so just trying to inflate eco more. Khan might get pinched. Dude, Core's just playing a minigame right now. Wow, and Unicom, I'm a bit surprised. There's no outpost coming or anything. Also, keep in mind, like, there could be a follow-up. You don't know what Core's doing behind this. Looks like he's prepping the stables. King is still at home because, realistically, you don't have anything to protect your king with over here. I'm expecting Unicom to eventually try to set up multi-TCs and a keep down here to garrison. I just think the timing might be too late. And as a result, Core might be able to get a very easy and free kill in game number 3. Beasty, meanwhile, is working very hard to try and get this one over here, but it has come at a cost. Tech up only just completed for Beasty. In the meantime, surprisingly enough, Core is not trying to snatch the relics. I feel like that might be a bit of a mistake here, though. Yeah, Prayer Tent now comes in. I mean, it's almost like the tech up out of Beasty reminded him that relics are a thing here, but I'm kind of curious why he didn't go for it sooner. Sure, you can kind of dent purple on the west side, and Unicom is the one nibbling your heels here, right? This is the first and second place player. But also, Unicom doesn't really have anything here yet. I guess maybe it made him a bit paranoid seeing an enemy on his west side here, so he didn't want to go full greed and then get sent on. But it does mean that Beasty's position is going to start to look better and better in the coming minutes. Meanwhile, war is on the horizon for Baltoon. Auberjoy, he never got access to the gold properly, right? Oh, okay. How did he get away with that? I guess Baltoon just didn't have the full surrounding vision at that point in the game. So green, by some miracle, sneaks out. Blue, however, is still in Struggle Town Central. He has to keep selling food to get the gold. And remember, that rate is shared between all players. So if someone else is in the same situation, you're just hard stuck for a long time. Kyo has started to realize, wait, why did I try to play water? I'm French, just build TCs. So the classic move for a French player here. Meanwhile, we have got Keshik starting to arrive here, and the Desert Raider defense is not going to be substantial from purple. I think Unicom's dead. And in fact, the push is now coming in. The king is inside the transport ship. But here's the thing, guys. The landmark snipe could end up being shared here. Keshiks are just going to run it down, so villagers have to run away, but that is pretty much Unicom dead. There's no hope of coming back here. You can't even defend with naval vessels. Remember, rams have enough armor that all of these vessels do 1 damage. I guess the king. Where's he going to go? He's holding off the coast right now. In the meantime, looks like the villagers are getting mopped up. A few of them are going to try to shuffle away, and Unicom is going to try to hide on the water to make his escape. Oh, that was so close. I mean, it's half HP, right? But if you're able to chase in range, I think maybe if Core had used the maneuver speed arrow quite early there, he might have been able to just ramp up the damage. Because, surprisingly enough, Unicom, instead of using the second transport ship, he's sending the one with the king to pick up the villages. Meantime, Relic Race continues. Core has snatched 2 so far, but Beasty also at, 3. I mean, this is going to be maybe a 4, if not 5 Relic game for Beasty. It's pretty cozy. Another one snatched away from the west side. Damn, Core is in a really good position here. Baltin, meanwhile, he's going in for the kill. White Tower is up, but it's Carry Siphon play. Opus Joy has nothing left. In fact, Opus... Alright, that is not going to count. I'm going to say right now, that does not count. Opus Joy, that was pretty BS. I'm going to mark a point on the board for Baltin. I will argue tooth and nail for him. He earned that kill 100%. Although... it is pretty vile of Auberjoy to give away the 50 pop across the Vuvo van. So I hope he's penalized. I don't care if he ends up in minus points. Obviously, I'll check the admins. It's not my tournament, but I'd say, dude, I'd put Auberjoy in minus points for that play. Because he just enabled Vuvo van. Baltoon has got a kill, though. And he's already hunting for a second into the Japanese player's base. It is, of course, Popo on the Juji. Trying him out of defense, but these are only early Palace Guard right now. Not exactly a substantial defense. And with a few lands decked in the mixer, they could get melted. Yeah, that's going to be a farewell, Sweet Prince, over here. It looks like Popo went to sea, I think? Where's his king? Okay, no. He's keeping his king here. There we go. He kept him on an outpost. So Popo's going to go down. Baotsun strikes again and immediately wipes out 2 players from game number 3. Whew. So Baltoon got robbed of the first kills population, but he still at least got that one. So that's him able to achieve 250 pop now. Purple, in the meantime, is still trying to make an escape. Oh, no. The hunt is on. You can see Corey actually set up a dock, so he's trying to move in now to snipe out that king. Meanwhile, Yellow's already making his way south here. Vuvovan might get it first. Now, the question is, who gets the kill? Like, this is the awkward thing. It technically says you have to kill the king to get the point. So, although you're going to kill this player, Core won't get a kill from this. Scans are coming out as well, so Core knows where the king is. He's back on land. Keshiks are going to try to ride in here. However, he does have the sprint, so he will be able to make it back safely. Yeah, it's unfortunate. If Core brought a few more, I think maybe he could have yoinked that last second, but he's so busy burning down the House of Wisdom. In fact, I think that was a mistake from Core. Yeah, if you leave it alone, if you leave the king there, you burn the landmark and go after him afterwards. The issue in this game is, remember, Core doesn't know the TC's killed. Any more transport ships are going to just hold off the coast. Beasty, in the meantime, has stacked up, guys. He went with the Elsbach instead of the Swabi. It makes a lot of sense as he has got a lot of fishing going his way. Core has also got fishing online, guys. He snuck to the South Pond unnoticed. I think Baltin is squaring up. He is. He's going after Vuvovan here. So, understandably, Baltin is not very happy about the way he was robbed of a king kill. The way you make up for that? Take out the player that snatched from you. You know what they say, thieves lose their hands. And if their hands happen to be on their heads, as they say, oh no, I guess you just have to take both. Longbow Varangi now pushing in. King in the meantime. Sneaking away to the corner. Caught. Doesn't quite see him here. So House of Wisdom's going to go down. That king is going to be looming. Core is on his way up now with the white stupa. In the meantime, Baltun's assault did flop. He has to back away. Mas Chiganu was able to repel him here. Both of them having fishing eco means this is going to be quite the slog back and forth. I've got a feeling, though, that the Beasty Blitzkrieg is coming in soon. And oh my dear God. What happened there? Did he shoot them with an Elsbach cannon? And Beasty gets it! Oh no. I'm going to have to check, but I'm pretty sure the rulebook says you get a point for the king kill. which means I think Beasty gets that point. We're going to put it under Beasty for the second. I will confirm with the admins afterwards. It's such a diluted kill is the problem, right? Because Yellow took out the TC, Core took out the House of Wisdom, and then Beasty took out the King. I'm pretty sure the rules clearly say whoever kills the King. The reason I gave Baltoon a point for green here is because that was 100% a King donation. Meanwhile, March comes in, and these are elite Gilded Knights right now. Core needs to start getting a substantial defense together. Cannon placements are at least on the way. Village in the meantime are exposed. And second wave now coming in for Baltoon, and this should be enough to break him. Vuvo Van just doesn't actually have that big of an army. Lancers are now coming home. That might be able to get him a stay of execution here. You're going to see the Kara Cyphers now moving in for TC. Trying to hone in on that King. Kyo has been very quiet here as well. Kind of curious to see where he's going to make his move and when. Meanwhile, Beasty. He's killing Core, man. I think Core might be out. He's down to 63 economy right now. Keshik count is only 15. Beasty has more Gilded Knights than he has Keshiks. This is over for him. Core. Oh, this is going to be so torn. He doesn't improve even with a single point here. Meanwhile, Baltoon is starting to get off to one hell of a game. It's looking more and more like it's going to come down to Core versus Baltoon. And Kyo is going to be this kind of kingmaker between the two of them. I'm going to go full Romance of the Three Kingdoms nerdy here. So this is Wu. No, sorry, this is Shu. This is Wei. This is Wu. I've got the order right there. Pretty sure Wei and Shu done better for longer. The King's going to try to make his escape. There is a transport ship waiting. Core, no! Oh, no! Core not able to pull off any shenanigans there. He's going to be going down. Beasty gets another point, now up to 6. Of course, with Unicor out, that means that right now, Beasty is the one that realistically could get the biggest gain from this third game. Baltoon needs to hurry up with this kill if he wants to directly contest. King has shuffled across the Barbican in the meantime. New wave coming, even more Kara Siphons on the way, and I believe Baltoon is getting ready for a keep drop here. That is a hell of a lot of villagers coming. In fact, no, this is an all-in. Oh, wow. So Baltoon says, screw it. Beasty's unstoppable, which makes sense, right? He's got so many relics here. So what you're seeing from Baltoon is saying, okay, screw it. He's unstoppable. The chances of me beating him is small. I just need this kill. I need another point. I need to be realistic about the outcome here. This keeps me as a mid-pack scoring player. Not all the attention is going to be on me. If Beasty now wins this game, everyone is going to be looking to him afterwards to kill him. Dive starts to come in. Villagers pull straight across that nest of bees. Vuvavan needs to block the choke point, but villagers, they do get close enough. Nest of bees will get torched down. Karasai, in the meantime, bringing this Barbican low. There's not much life left in it right now. Second wave of villagers is coming in. One nest of bees is a little bit problematic here. He's going to draw the fire away. However, you do need enough units to kill the king here. So Lombos and Rangan need to be targeting in on it. Villagers are starting to get barbecued a bit. Villagers diving even deeper to deny the nest of bees here. This is going to be close. Barbican on fire. Beasty's coming, though. This filthy thief, he wants it all. And by God, he's going to get it. No one having the appropriate reaction of teaming up on him. Beasty is going to get a freebie of a lobby now. I can't believe this. I mean, Kyo has camped for way too long. He's not doing anything to interfere. This means it's just a freebie now. This is very reminiscent of how Vuvavan died in game number 2 as well. Baltoon and Beasty involved in it. Baltoon making all the effort, and Beasty just snatching the kill away at the last second. History is repeating itself. Now one down. Another point on the board here for Beasty. And I think we are going to be heading probably to a quick conclusion now, as Baltoon has nothing left. I mean, he pulled everything for that, right? Yeah, he has 20 villagers left. Oof. This is the thing, guys, and this is why coordinating communication is important, right? If you see any detail like this, saying, oh my god, this guy has lots of knights, it's kind of like a red flag, right? Like, if I was told that an Order Dragon player had this many knights, he'd be the biggest threat. Because it's 41 Gilded Knights. They torch fast, they don't die fast, they have 552 HP. By far the most tanky bio unit you'll find in this game. But the other thing you have to keep in mind is between Unicor being in the lobby, Kyo, Auberjoy, Popo, Vuvavan, you know, there's 3 players that we know speak good English, 1 or 2 extra that might speak some. It limits communication. Oh, Beasty has capitalized on everything here. Carracks have even pushed back the warships, so Kyo is going to be the last one standing up against Beasty, and I do not see a move out of him anytime soon. In fact, Kyo is still struggling to exist at this stage. 14 horsemen, 8 hand cannoneers. I don't think that even dents the L's back remotely, let alone gets to the king. That BC is chilling in the L's back with that particular king. And where is Baltoon's king right now? Has he transported him away? Ah, yes. Baltoon's king has gone on a... he's on his yacht right now. He can't be reached by cell phone. He'll be back soon. You know, this reminds me of Europa Universalis 4, for anyone's played that, where you would give your king an army of 1,000 troops, put him on a transport ship, and send him out into the middle of the Atlantic to sink because his stats were bad. That's what's happened here. Landmark Snipe kills the king. I'm pretty sure it's going to count as a kill for Beasty once the Landmark Snipe is complete here. Because this king isn't even remotely in contest, so this would this wouldn't count as a king feed. And I'll confirm admins, but my take is this wouldn't count as a king feed. But it also wouldn't be a, oh yeah, the other person has it up for grabs sort of thing. With the Unicor one, that was divided enough because of all the players' investments that it makes sense that BC still gets that kill. But this one, like, I just don't think there's going to be any doubts. I think Balton's going to be a good lad about it and just click back to land as well, maybe. Yeah, he's coming back to land now. But I have a feeling Kyo might just GG the moment that Beasty gets another kill. Because Kyo only has 200 pop, and Beasty is about to be at, what? 400? He got the kill on purple. He got the kill on yellow. And orange. Yeah, this is going to be a 400 pop Order of the Dragon player, guys. He can't produce the knights quick enough, man. He's just bypassed the 200 pop cap mark. Meantime, Fleet is going to move in. Beasty, he says, no, 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 no. You're right. I have to earn those kills. So Mass Carrack's now on the way up. And the king is shuffled onto land. Balton with the great escape plan here. This is pretty... I'm just hearing the theme tune. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, final landmark going down though. Balton might believe he's undying, but it's not true. King gets sunken there. Because the king is in a transport ship, there you go, he gets pushed back across. Beasty finds him as well. Yeah, Beasty's been saving the treason for just before he finishes the last landmark. So there you go, guys. Another point on the board. That is now 8 points for Beasty. And guys, there's still 4 up for grabs. There's one shot, one opportunity. Kyo's taking it right now because it's do or die in this very moment. Cannon's moving in while Beasty is away from home. Elsback's already been taken down. The keep now being assaulted. Can he do it? No, he can't. This is over. Oh, I mean, it's hard to believe him for a second, right? This isn't quick enough. The cannons got wiped out. A correct choice by Beasty to get rid of the siege. The only thing that could threaten him here. That means the king is going to survive. And Kyo looks like he's about to die. Mass Knight's now just riding in. I mean, Kyo, he's got a lot of economy for the moment, but when they frontline like this, oh no. Well, that is Kyo dead. I mean, I'm surprised he's even hanging in. I respect the till the very last breath moment. But this is pretty much you breathing your last. So that means Beasty is going to finish off with 12 points? You're not signed up to witness genocide? No, it's fine. They're French. You know why like French TCs produce quicker, right? It's because they're very seductive. They're like, mes amis, mademoiselle, I would like to court you. And then all the ladies swoon. So that's fine. The French people repopulate way too quickly. That's why we call it the city of love. Everyone just got a really new outlook on the development process. Oh, Kyo isn't throwing in the towel just yet, but I'm not entirely sure why. I guess you could argue Beasty hasn't really leveraged his full pop advantage. And actually, in fairness, he's not Pulsar Swabian, right? It was an Elsbach. So his eco isn't inflating quickly. However, Beasty is kind of deceptive. It may say 88 eco, but he's got, what, 5 relics at this stage? Kind of surprised he didn't burn down the monastery over here when he dove, because that would have been free extra. There is a small chance, guys. There is actually a small opportunity here for Kyo to still win this. It's a big ask, though. Especially with these Gilded Knights. Remember, while they're charging, they take less damage as well, so just easily able to gap close, taking limited damage. Culverins aren't going to be dove, though. Kyo trying to get rid of the siege. Not able to achieve it, though. Culverins and Bombards are going to survive. Static defense is just too strong. Kyo now going to start losing that siege. This is the thing. His one hope there was get royal cannons, blitzkrieg this defense line, and then sweep up the king. But now with Culverins in the equation, things get 10 times harder for Kyo. His eco is down to, what, 92, but he will boom quicker. The problem is if you don't stop Beasty from bypassing 200 pop, he's going to be ahead, right? So you're always pressured to kind of rush before you've got a nice reserve to allow you to do a double strike, right? It means that Kyo can basically go in, do one punch, and then he has to take a timeout to catch his breath. Why is King Donation not cool? Because it's strictly against the rules. It's just playing in a really scummy way. There is a logic behind trying to like deny a king kill to your opponent. For example, what Unicor done, where he snuck it over here, was very different to what Auberjoy done when he ran into Vuvavan's base. And I kind of struggle to believe that Auberjoy didn't know that Vuvavan was here. I'll let the admins go through and watch that in detail, but it looked scummy. Like, if it was my tournament, and remember, it's not as clear man's choice, I would say I'd like minus a point from Auberjoy, which would put him in the negative. The only sucky part about doing that sometimes is it de-incentivizes players to keep playing. But my logic there has always been, if they're de-incentivized to play, that's fine. They'll get banned from future tournaments. Logic being if they refuse to play, basically. And look at this, Beasty, now snatching away the 3 relics. Yeah, this is done. Like, the moment this comes in, that's a huge chunk of cheddar, remember. That's going to be a pretty lofty amount of gold in his pocket, actually. That's going to end up being 480 extra gold per minute. Kyo, I mean, he does have plenty of gold for himself, is the good news, at least. But Beasty, oh my god, it's CGQ, isn't it? It's 9 bombards! Help! CGQ is returned. Although, one thing I'm not a big fan of, dude, you've got all this army, you've got a bunch of prelates. Just get a little inspired warriors, you know? Makes me sad when people overlook this tech. It's so damn good, especially with mass siege. Wait. Beasty snaking. He has 3 transport ships waiting. Right? Yes. Oh my god. A classic German versus French maneuver. Why go through the Maginot Line when you can go around it? An appropriate landscape too, because the Dutch people do just live in swamps. Oh my god. Kyo doesn't know either. Kyo has no vision on this whatsoever. The king's what? Back in the Red Palace, I imagine? No? Where is this king? I feel blind right now. I would expect it to be Red Palace bound. Am I having a blind moment? Oh, he's right there. I'm so busy checking garrison spots, he's just vibing. Oh my god. And here it comes. Beasty. He looks to make his move. It's Normandy in reverse. The Germans, they came from the sea. And what a timing as well. Immediately blitzkriegs the keep. And that will put Beasty at 12 points after game 3.